guys some cheap and quick meal ideas because I know things are insane right now and people complain about grocery prices and I get it, I do, but I still know how to do things pretty cheap as I've been doing my whole life. So if this is your first time trying to budget, you might be new to like, what am I supposed to cook for dinner with groceries this high? I can typically feed a family of, 3 to 4 for, if I really, really try, $125 a week. Um, some weeks that can go up to like 175, but it can be done for $125 a week. And so I'm just gonna give you guys a few meal ideas. They check 2 boxes because I don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen either. I'm not cooking like for more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes max, except on rare occasions. So, before we get into it, you know the drill, you know the deal, we gotta do some channel maintenance, some channel hygiene. If you're new here, welcome to my nonsense. If you're old here, welcome back. Oh jeez, if you're new here, please consider hitting subscribe. If you're old here, go double check. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like if you like, leave a comment. It could be anything related to the video. It could just be a hello, a few emojis, whatever, as long as it's cool and respectful. Hit the notification bell. As always, I'll link my tip jars down yonder in the description box. No pressure whatsoever, but every $2 helps. That is what allows me to continue to make content. Also, you are invited to my Patreon. I know, not everybody can come, but you can't say you weren't invited. The link to my Patreon is down below. I post a lot over there. You can also join the channel by clicking the join button below, and I post extra content for channel members there. Okay, almost dropped my phone. So, depending on where you are at, egg prices might be high. They might be a little high, or they might be the same. I don't anticipate them going down anytime soon, but I still want you to think about what you can get out of your eggs. So, it's a protein, right? You have to compare it to meat prices. And it's still cheaper than a lot of meats, even when it's higher. So, still buy your eggs. You can have breakfast for dinner. So, well, I eat hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. Just 2 hard-boiled eggs. That's breakfast. But you can also just make some sunny-side-up eggs or scrambled, however you like them, and have them with toast. If you're making scrambled eggs, keep like a little container in your fridge of just a few cut up veggies like onion, pepper. Sprinkle those in there. And then, of course, your salt and pepper. So you can have eggs with toast or eggs with hash browns. Or you can get a cheap can. They're super cheap cans of corned beef and hash. I love corned beef and hash. Make that. Get it all kind of like, I like mine a little overcooked. And then 2 sunny side up eggs over a little bed of corned beef and hash. Boom, it's a meal. Okay. Your baked potatoes. Do not forget about your baked potatoes. You can get we have gas stations called Quick Stars here, and you can get a 5-pound bag of russet potatoes for $1.65, $1.99. Sometimes it's $1. And dude, the potato has got to be the most versatile food ever. So you have your baked potato. You can just do sour cream, butter, chives, whatever. But you can also top it with whatever you had that week. So if you make chili, use your leftovers, make a chili baked potato. If you had taco meat, make a taco tato. Use your potatoes. And then as far as fried potatoes, I do a fried potato. I fry my potatoes in one pan, like American cut, I think. Just kind of smaller cut potatoes, fried up in one pan. In the other pan, I do ground turkey or ground beef, 1 pound. season it with like seasonal and Worcestershire sauce. Yes, Worcestershire sauce. And salt, pepper, whatever. And then I do a can or a bag of green beans. Mix it all together. Meal. Boom. And that's probably like a maybe $8 meal that feeds 4. Okay. Your bacon or your turkey bacon. I don't know the price of real bacon because I don't buy it, but I buy turkey bacon. It's relatively affordable. And so we use bacon a lot. We can do tortillas with bacon and then a can of pinto beans seasoned, some salsa, a little cheese. That's a meal. Or BLTs. So your bacon, your lettuce, your tomato, your mayo on bread. I like sourdough bread. I do splurge on sourdough bread. I'm not supposed to have bread at all, pretty much, but if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do sourdough. The rest of my family eats regular bread, so their bread's a lot cheaper. Toast your BLT bread, mayo, bacon, lettuce and tomato. Boom, meal, some chips, maybe. And then salads are a good way to use up your leftover meat. So if you made some chicken breasts and there's like a little bit left, cut it up, dice it up. Have a bag of lettuce in your fridge or living lettuce. I feel like living lettuce is a good investment because you can make a small salad and it's not gonna rot because the stem is still on there and like the dirt. It's kind of weird, but it's still alive in your fridge, and it keeps forever. It keeps for like a month. Versus a bag of salad, bag of lettuce is gonna go. You gotta eat it within a few days of buying it, you know. But I do buy the bags of butter lettuce. I think it's $2 for the bag, and I get 2 salads out of each bag. But I feel like they've put less in them over the years. So just a little lettuce, throw your leftover chicken on there, and then a couple croutons, your cut up veggies that you had for your eggs, throw some of those on there, some dressing, bada bing, bada boom, you're done, meal. And that's healthy. Well, most of these are pretty healthy. You don't have to eat fatty foods. There are ways to eat cheap and healthy. There are. It just takes a little more prep. Don't forget about your good old-fashioned grilled cheese and tomato soup. You got the bread, you butter both sides, you pan fry it, stick some cheese on there, make it into a sandwich. Tomato soup, creamy tomato soup, please use your milk. I guess if you don't like creamy tomato soup, you could use water, but it's not the healthiest meal, but it's good. Cut it into squares or cut it into diagonals. Dip your grilled cheese into the soup. Okay, so we do a lot of taco meat. I can make a 3-pound thing of taco meat and we will eat it different ways for days. So we'll have our tacos. Or wackos. Not real tacos. Because that's something else that I don't have time for. And then we'll have nachos. We'll have the taco potatoes. And then for work, I make cottage tacos. And I saw it on Pinterest. And I don't even know if that's the name of it. But cottage cheese. A bed of cottage cheese. Taco meat on top. And then I throw pico de gallo that I get pre-made from Target or Aldi or whatever, pico de gallo on top of that. And then I take a little bag of Fritos, or you could mustard, a little squirt of that, and then crackers. And I'll just eat it kind of like a Lunchable. Tuna packets are what, like $1? Crackers, some good mustard. It's still a really cheap lunch or dinner, whatever. It's a girl dinner, okay? Another meal that I make that stretches is I'll do 2 bags of the microwaved rice, brown rice. I take 2 pounds of ground turkey or ground beef. I cook that, drain it, add the rice. Before I do my meat, I put my peppers and my onion in there. And then I flavor that with like salt, pepper, cumin, basil. Is that it? Oh, a little bit of chili pepper seasoning. It's good. It's like filler meals, so nobody's really that anxious about it, but when it's in the fridge, it gets eaten. I like it. It's pretty plain, but I like it. Don't forget about your sandwiches. We are not too good for sandwiches. Pack a damn sandwich for your lunch. So, get your bread, get your lunch meat. I do encourage you to try to get a deli slice lunch meat that's less preserved, but we can't always do that, so just get whatever lunch meat. When I was a teenager, I used to eat buttocks beef, the corned beef one. Oh, that was my jam. Super salty, not that great for you, but that with the spicy mustard, 10 out of 10. So a little mayo, a little mustard if you like mustard. If you're home and you're gonna eat your sandwich right away, you could even dress it up a little bit more. But for work lunch, it kind of stinks putting a lot of stuff on there because it makes the bread even more soggy. So, but at home, put your bread, your lunch meat, your mustard, your mayo, add some lettuce and some tomatoes. I think the tomatoes are what make the sandwich a little soggy. Yeah, onion, tomatoes, and lettuce. Your wraps, kind of the same thing, but just use a wrap. And then some chips. That's a lunch. Kids love frozen pizza, right? So, get a couple cheap frozen pizzas, but add a veggie, like get a can of veggies or some frozen veggies or steam your own veggies. If you're gonna eat the pizza, you gotta eat some broccoli too. And to kick your frozen pizza up, have you ever dipped your frozen pizza in ranch? I don't know if that's like a Midwest thing, but I encourage you to try it. So I put my pizza, a little bit of crushed red pepper on it, sometimes even a little like Himalayan salt, and then ranch. And then one other idea that you may have experienced before. It's not that bad. Every once in a while, you can just have cereal for dinner. It's fine. It's fine. Kids love the idea. And once in a while, it's fine to have a cereal night, oatmeal night, instant oats night, whatever. Fed is best, right? We're going to continue the fed is best motto all through this economic decline. Okay, so that was just a few ideas. If you have more, what's your favorite cheat meal, or they call it poverty meals, or executive dysfunction meals? Because sometimes it's because like you just don't have. I did do a long time ago. I did an executive